Hi, this is Julie, and welcome to, this is me building a little pony wall for a bathroom remodel that I'm doing. And the reason why I'm building this is because I need the sinks to come out a little bit further because they're just really small. So I just wanted a little more headroom, and I'll be able to show you more of what I'm doing so it makes more sense. Anyway, what I've done is just cut down the 2x4s. I've had to notch out down in here the that's for the hot and cold water that'll come up, and I'll show you that as well. But what I was going to show you, and sorry, I am freezing, so I'm breathing heavy because I just shoveled snow. It's probably not the best time to do a home remodel because it's freezing outside, but I'm stir crazy, so I decided this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to use, this is a framing nail gun, and don't be afraid of it. It's actually not difficult to use, and you just gotta have a little bit of knowledge on it, and I can teach you how to do that if necessary. Or if you are too intimidated by a nail gun, you can just get long screws and screw it right in, just like that. So same thing. This is just a little bit funner in my mind. And when I cut these notches, all I used was this is just called the chop saw or a miter saw, and I just turned the 2x4 up that way, and then when you pull down, I just kind of held the 2x4 a little bit of a 45-degree angle so that it cut all the way smoothly, because if you just cut it straight like that, straight, let me show you, straight down like that, it will not cut evenly, and so you have to, if you can see that, it'll cut it a little bit sideways. So then if you bend it a little bit, then it'll cut straight through. And then after those notches are cut, I just took a hammer and just hammered the notches right out, and they break off fairly clean. And then if you need to clean it up with a chisel, you can. So anyway, that's that. I will come back when we get started to install. Hey, this is Julie. I'm back. I'm just about ready to just screw some 2x4s together for my pony wall, and I thought I might mention if you're a girl or even if you're a guy and you have a hard time like screwing the screws in, first I recommend that you get a nice drill. I think this is called like a impact, that's what it's called, the impact driver, and it will change your life because it does just what it says. It impacts the screw so it goes in. You don't have to sit and push with your whole body weight to try to get it in. This is just a Home Depot brand, and it's worked just fine. So probably just about anything would be good. But the other thing I wanted to talk about was this is a square tip for screws, and there's different size square tips. So if you do get screws that have the square tip, then you want to make sure you have the right bit that fits into them, otherwise they'll just strip out as well. But that makes drilling screws or screwing screws into wood or whatever, it just makes it so much easier to push it in and to get them back out. Now this doesn't do any drilling, it just does screwing. So I just have two different drills, but I use this all the time and I love it. Thank you. Hi again. I am getting ready to cut these pipes, and I'm going to cut the ABS pipe behind it, which is this one, because I'm going to add 2 sinks into my my kid's bathroom, and so I've been remodeling. And so what I did was I ran to Home Depot and I rented this PEX crimping tool. I think it was $18. And this is basically what it is. So what I'll do is actually cut these pipes. It's just plastic PEX pipe. I'm going to cut these, and this is just a PVC cutter. Your husband probably has one at home, because if he ever does any plumbing with, or not plumbing, but just redoing your what am I trying to say, your outdoor sprinklers, that cuts it, and it also cut these plastic PEX pipes. And then I'm going to cut this. This is the drain pipe here in the back. And with adding 2 sinks, because this used to just be a single, I'm going to cut that and then reroute it with, sorry, I've only got one hand. Anyway, these are going to go kind of like that. And I'm going to put 2 of them on so that there's, so when the water, if they're both brushing their teeth at the same time, one won't, you know, back up to the other. So it's basically going to look like that inside the wall. So, and then what you'll want to do is turn your, whenever you're cutting these off, you're going to turn your main water off down wherever your main water line is. So you'll turn the water off to the whole house. And then what I did was turned on a few faucets just to release that pressure. So when you cut these, you're not going to have a gush of water coming out at you. So anyway, I'll come back. Thanks. All right, so I have the drywall up, obviously, and so now it's time to mud and tape. And so I just wanted to tell you the different types of tape. By tape, I mean there's this mesh tape, and you'll want to put that on like all of your seams, or you can use the paper tape. I like to use the mesh just because it's sticky on one side, and then you can just run that across and it'll stay there. The paper tape, I like to use, and what you should use on corners, and so it has a bend in it already, so you just have to actually bend it. It comes in a big roll, and so I put that there. And then I just bought a corner. You can have round or square. I chose square for this application, and then I have another another paper tape for that other corner. I like to put, and I think you should, is put the mesh paper over that corner, and that way you won't see any cracks. And then I like to just put, fill in as much as I can as far as the holes. I made the holes a little bigger than I should have, but that's okay. You want to fill those in just because if you're on an outside wall or anything like that, then you'll be able to get that draft coming through your house. So you want to tape those up the best you can. I'll probably go and get some nice round pieces to go on the side of there. And then here's my drywall mud. I usually just get all-purpose. And when you get it, you'll want to mix it up. Mine's, see, it's pretty, it has some water on top, and so I'll mix that really good before I go ahead and put it on. And then you'll just use a trowel. I couldn't find my big one, so I'm just going to use this one, which will be fine because this is just such a small project. But I guess while I'm recording, what you want to do is you'll just take a little bit of mud on your trowel. And I like to just put some. And what you do, this is just mudding drywall, is I get plenty on a trowel when I'm doing my first coat. And then you'll just basically lay it on there and drag the trowel up. Don't be shy on your first coat, because that way you're getting all your coverage. And if you're doing small spots, it's going to be a little bit harder, but still I just use a good amount of mud for the application. You want to have your trowel at a 45-degree angle whenever you can, and that makes it a little bit nicer. And try to smooth it the best you can, because it'll just save you from doing a lot of sanding later. If you've missed some, just fill it back in. Sorry, it's hard to do with one hand. And then I'm just going to let that dry. I don't mess with it at all. The messier you are though, the more sanding you're gonna do, and so I guess there is a little bit of a learning curve with it, but that's essentially how it goes. And thank you. Oh, one more thing. When you're doing the paper tape, you will want to put the mud on first so that the paper will stick. So I just glob it on like that. And obviously you'll do both sides. And then when you're ready to put it on, I'll just show you really quick. I just kind of stick it on with my fingers, and then you're going to take your trowel. I clean all the mud off, and then I just follow that along. And then you just make sure it's pushed in there far. So, thank you.